Velasco.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
So approved.
Thank you so much. Members, as I stand before you in a moment of personal privilege, I stand before you as an immigrant from Mexico, the first ever in the state legislature. I am not here for myself. I carry the hopes, the dreams for a better future for thousands in our state. Thousands of immigrants who have never had a voice in the seats of power, and thousands who go unrecognized, dehumanized, and who are degraded every single day simply for wanting to build a life here. Our words matter. We have said many times in this well that words matter. Our colleague from Adams County had it right when he made his plea to all of us to be cognizant of our word choices he was advocating for. Words matter. When gross generalizations are made about migrants and immigrants in this chamber, you are speaking about your own constituents, your own colleagues, and your colleagues' families. I am not the exception. My story and the story of my family is one shared by the overwhelming majority of immigrants. Hardworking, years of waiting, years of separation from our families, hard-fought basic necessities like a stable home and job where we are treated with dignity, learning a new language, trying to hold on to our identities and cultures, but also assimilate and fit in our new home. We're not only speaking about our colleagues, but the people of Colorado. Immigrants are essential to our state. We are the backbone of the economy. We are farm workers, construction workers, cooks and cleaners, nurses, teachers, doctors, and engineers. We make this state run. We are innovators, artists, business owners, public servants, and caregivers, the people we depend on every single day. We are a community of long-term and new immigrants, and none of us deserves to be dehumanized by language in this chamber. And this is nothing new. It is the history of our nation. From enslaved Africans who were brought here not of their own free will, Chinese immigrants who built their railroads, Italians in the mines of the Western Slope, Irish, Jewish, Muslims, one group after another have been consistently and perpetually vilified while making this country run. History repeats over and over. Instead of acknowledging our history and valuing these essential contributions in this chamber, I have heard time and again scarcity tactics and fear-mongering, misinformation, and dehumanization of our fellow human beings and community members. We must not forget our past. We have seen and continue to see violence against different groups of people. In 2001, there was a shooting in Rifle in my district where a person was targeting Latinos and murdered 4 people. In 2006, we had huge marches across the entire state for immigrants' rights in response to some of the worst anti-immigration legislation in the country at that time. In 2010, a school resource officer moonlighted as an ICE agent. Today, we see a series of resolutions across the state saying we won't help any newcomers. We see attacks on migrants in other states, families being separated, brown people being racially profiled and arrested for looking like an immigrant. I am so proud to live in Colorado, a state where we have passed legislation to support immigrants, new arrivals, as well as people who have been here for decades, documented and undocumented. Let us continue down that path. And I am grateful that the minority had requested a list of words from us, suggestions for words to avoid when speaking about immigrant population. And I felt hopeful that this was a step in civility in this chamber. Unfortunately, this list, which in part comes from the office of the President of the United States, was weaponized and used as a ploy to claim forced censorship. Words matter. We all know this. Dehumanizing language has consequences, from bullying in the classroom to persecution and violence. I urge that we stop using language that is offensive and derogatory. Let's share our views with respect and dignity for all of our constituents, all our colleagues, and all of the families of our colleagues. And I want to close with a poem that is in the Statue of Liberty. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I left my lamp beside the golden door, by Emma Lazarus. Thank you.